So as an artist, I'm always looking for inspiration, motivation to continue doing what I do. Just because sometimes it can just feel you can just feel down about doing your work, right? Well, one of the books that I tend to recommend for to my friends who are also artists is this book, and I'm going to talk about it right now. Hi, my name is Luis Escobar. I'm a storyboard artist in the Simpsons television show. I've been working on the show for over 20 years now. And I'd like to talk about this book called Steal Like an Artist by Austin Kleon. Now, this is a book that I recommend to my friends, especially the type of friends who are making a living doing art. The reason why is because it gives me motivation, inspiration to move forward to do my work, and it also gives me really good, it's really good wisdom and advice for getting things done when you're being an artist. It's I don't know what else to say except read it to understand what I'm talking about. It really is inspiring. I had it on my night table near my bed for about a month, and what I would do is I would only like read a few pages because it's really short and it's really easy to read. It's really easy to read. There isn't a whole lot of it doesn't take a lot to get through this book. So I would read a little bit, and they would just give me something to think about before I went to bed. Um, so what I thought I'd do is I'm going to read to you an excerpt from the book that I thought was it's one of my favorite parts of the book, and just to give you a taste of the kind of things that you can get from reading this book. We make art because we like art. We are drawn to certain kinds of work because we're inspired by people doing that work. All fiction, in fact, is fan fiction. The best advice is not to write what you know, it's to write what you like. Write the kind of story you like best. Write the story you want to read. The same principle applies to your life and your career. Whenever you're at a loss for what move to make next, just ask yourself, what would make a better story? Bradford Cox, a member of the band Deer Hunter, says that when he was a kid, he didn't have the internet, so he had to wait until the official release date to hear his favorite band's new album. He had a game he would play. He would sit down and record a fake version of what he wanted the new album to look like. Then when the album came out, he would compare the songs he'd written with songs on the real album. And what do you know? Many of these songs eventually became Deer Hunter songs. When we love a piece of work, we're desperate for more. We crave sequels. Why not channel that desire into something productive? Think about your favorite work and your creative heroes. What did they miss? What didn't they make? What could have been better? If they were still alive, what would they be making today? If all your favorite makers got together and collaborated, what would they make with you leading the crew? Go make that stuff. The manifesto is this. Draw the art you want to see. Start the business you want to run. Play the music you want to hear. Write the book you want to read. Build the product you want to use. Do the work you want to see done. To me, that page kind of blew my mind. And the reason why it blew my mind is because it said something that was a little bit different than what I've heard. The idea of drawing or writing or creating what you like is not new. But what he actually said here was just a little bit different. What he actually said was here, when it came to drawing at least, draw the art you want to see. When I read that, it was different than what I've been doing. What I've been doing was drawing the stuff I like. And he talks about drawing the stuff you like, but that's actually, or creating the stuff you like, but that's actually not really the thing. The thing that he says, draw the art you want to see, which is different than drawing the stuff you like. You could enjoy drawing a drawing that of Superman or Batman or whatever, and you could have a lot of fun drawing it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that that's the art you want to see. For example, that's probably not the art you'd want to hang up on the wall. That may not be the art that you'd actually purchase. So what if you, instead of drawing what you like or you have fun drawing, You draw the stuff you want to see. You draw the art you want to buy. And that is different art. That is different work. You'd be doing something different unless the things that you absolutely love to draw are the very things that you would want to hang on the wall and buy and purchase yourself if you had the opportunity. Most of us don't do that. And that's one of the reasons why one of the things about this book, and one of the things, it gets you thinking, sometimes you just never know what things are going to click with you and what don't. What things aren't going to click with you. And this is one of those things where, when it was just a simple sentence, a simple idea, write the book you want to read, that sort of stuff. I've heard it so much, but it never occurred to me to draw the art I wanted to see. Do you see what I'm saying? It's different to draw the art you want to see. It's different to draw the art you want to actually purchase than the drawings that you'd actually just draw because you like it. You want to, because you feel like it. Do you see? It actually motivates you in a completely different way. And that's there's only one small chunk of this book that really kind of made me think. So I highly recommend it to all my anybody out there who wants to make a living doing this, and even if you just want to draw for fun, this will be inspiring and inspirational. So I highly recommend you pick up this book. There is an affiliate link to Amazon on the description of this video. I'd appreciate it if you support me by clicking that if you're going to pick up this book. But you don't have to. You can find this book in the library or wherever you can find this book. But I still highly recommend you read it. It's very simple to read and very inspirational, motivational, make you think. All right, so I hope you've gotten a lot out of this video. If you found this video valuable, I would like to encourage you to return value for value by becoming one of my patrons over on Patreon. Not only will you encourage me to continue making informative videos that are useful to you, but you get extra perks too. For only a small investment of $1 a month, you can get all new videos I create months before anyone else gets to see it. Also, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer as a patron, you get priority and I answer your questions first. On top of that, when you're a patron at any level, you become part of a raffle where I send original art via mail to the winner of that month. The higher your tier, the better your opportunity to win. Higher tier patrons also get access to any art I do in high-res JPEGs, and also full access to PSD files to any work I do, including the PSD files of these videos. Currently, there's a huge backlog of downloadable files you can get, so right away you're going to get quite a lot of bang for your buck. And the more patrons I get, the better these videos will get. The more content I can produce. In other words, the more you benefit. Please consider becoming a patron. Thanks. The link to my Patreon is on the screen and in the description of this video. And I will see you next time. All right, bye.